Hey, what's up guys, Bajheera here. So today was my chest day, or a little bit of a push workout. I generally can just refer to it as chest day, because mostly what I am doing is training my chest. But it also involves my triceps, and even a little bit of shoulders. And a lot of times on my chest day, just because I like to, I'll also throw in some pull-ups and stuff like that. Just because like last video we talked about, I feel like my back is definitely one of those muscle groups that can use a lot of work. And pull-ups are just a good exercise to do, good for your arms, good for your back. And for me, it just feels good to balance out the movements that I'm doing, because when you're doing all these pushing movements, you're really, getting a lot of work done on your chest. And it just feels good in terms of the pump to have your back involved too. Nothing major, just something I wanted to mention. My push or chest workouts usually start off with bench press. I will start with 135 and do a couple sets of that until I feel warm. Then I'll slap some 25s on there, do a set or two, well, at least 2 sets at 185. And then I'll slap 2 more 10s on there, do at least 2 more sets, 205, and then I'll get my 6x6 working sets in at 225. And now, I'm still working on getting my strength back, but more than just pushing heavy weight, you guys know this about me. I'm not as focused on just pushing massive weight as really trying to master the weight that I'm working with. So the more that you can actually feel and control where you want to be holding the weight on your body. So I'm really focusing on the movement all the way through, not trying to complete the motion too fast, but feel the transfer of where that weight's sitting, whether it's moving from my chest to my triceps and then back into my chest as the movement goes up, or just really focusing on keeping my chest and every muscle involved with the movement, flexed as much as possible throughout the movement. That's one of the things that helps me out, and especially on a machine like this. Like you can see, I've only got a 45 on both sides of it, but I'm really focusing on squeezing my chest as hard as I can while performing this movement. And that's one of the things that has helped me out the most, I think, because I'm not the strongest guy, but I definitely feel like I've got good muscle development for my strength, so that's good. I guess that's the idea. I'm not training to be a power lifter as much as I think my bodybuilding workouts are definitely more geared towards building muscle mass, and that's what I've been doing. So I'll do some flat bench, and then in between I'll do some of these exercises. These are just hammer strength machines, and these are the kind of machines I'd recommend for people just starting off, just learning how bearing weight on your muscles and joints feels, because there's not a whole lot of support going on here. It's really just pushing, and those are good for 2 reasons. One, for letting yourself learn how to just push weight around, but also it's good for just really isolating one particular muscle. So for me, that really lets me isolate my chest muscle. I can try to really focus on bringing my elbows together and squeezing the chest muscles as hard as you possibly can. And like I said, you also get tricep work done, but as you will see later on in the video, I also focused on just like tricep push downs a lot, just to give my triceps a little bit extra activity. And this is a machine that I like a lot. This is the incline press. I do incline press with a barbell too. It's just inconvenient to film at this time, so I didn't film it. But I also really like this machine a lot, for the same reason I was talking about the hammer strength machine. It really lets me focus on squeezing and flexing the top of my chest. And that's something that you're going to hear me mentioning a lot. I am very conscious about using the muscle that I want to use and performing the movement in a way that I feel that it's most effective. So I don't think that's a very powerlifting mentality, but like I said, that's not really what I'm after. I'm really trying to put as much effort and as much focus into using the muscle groups that I want to use, that I want to grow, and having that be the basis of my exercise. So I don't know, I just threw this clip in there. Why not? Show some pull-ups just for fun. Why not? And this is an example of what I'll do. I'll do a pressing movement, and then I'll do a pulling movement. And so it just maintains the pump, gives you a little bit of extra work in your back and your arms. I was pretty tired at this point, so I think that was some pretty rough-looking pull-ups, but you know what? I'll take it. I am talking a lot about being focused on what muscles you want to use and using good form and all that, but when it comes down to it, if it takes a little bit of ugly form for me to get the most out of a movement that I want to get, when you're at the end of your workout or at the end of your set and you really want to crank out another rep or 2 and not have it look pretty, as long as you're not doing dangerous form, I'm not really all that concerned about pretty form on those last couple of sets. But so a lot of what I do with my chest workout are pushing movements and fly movements for my chest. So we've been doing a lot of pushing, because that incorporates chest and triceps. but then I sort of break down the movements and do some flies. And a lot of times I'll do flies with dumbbells on a bench, whether they're incline flies or just basically like, you know, laying flat on your back flies. I'll do those, but today I also wanted to get a little bit of work done on this particular machine. So that's what I was doing. Oh, I also did some overhead presses today. Didn't record those, but like I said, like I don't always share with you everything that I do during my workout. But I do want to share enough with you guys just to show you what I did for the day, and plus give you guys some ideas for when you're like, you know what, I've never really trained before. What are some exercises I can do to build up my chest? So you refer to this video, and then hopefully it might be a little bit interesting for you, and also educational if you want to learn about some exercises for your chest. So this is one that really isolates just your chest. It's not really a whole lot else going on except squeezing your chest muscles together as hard as you can and having that be what drives this motion. I mean, you can pull with your arms, of course. Your shoulders get involved as well, but that's what I was talking about before. You got to consciously use and engage the muscles that you want to be involved in this. And like I said, that's probably one of my most important and most valuable tools in my training, is being really focused on exactly how I'm performing these movements. So this is, like I was talking about before, this is a tricep pushdown. This is an exercise that I do not only on my push days, just because it's one of those areas that I feel like I can use to work in my triceps. But I'm really trying to lean over just a little bit, just to isolate my triceps and have those be really the only thing that's involved in this. You can cheat a little, get your shoulders involved. You can cheat a little bit, get your lats involved. You can sway a lot to just throw that weight down. But for me, I'm trying to focus on using lighter weight and just fatiguing the hell out of my triceps. And as you can see, it's working. So one of the ways that I do this is, you'll see, I lean over a little bit, I get my chest locked in, and I try to drive my my triceps into my lats. And that's a way that I've heard it described by Nick Wright of Nick Wright Bodybuilding. You guys can check him out too if you're interested in that sort of thing. But yeah, he recommended he phrased it at least as you drive your triceps into your lats. And that's something that I've been trying to think about during my workouts, and it's helpful. I mean, a couple different ways of performing the same movement, it will matter. And so speaking of which, these are also overhead tricep extensions. These will target, for me at least, more of the inner part of your tricep, whereas the tricep movements I was performing before will target the outer side. And people with more physiological knowledge than I do will talk about the heads of your tricep. So there's like the long head and the short head or whatever. I'm just talking about the inner and the outer. That's what I can see, so that's what I'm trying to train here. And it's working out pretty well. But anyway, that's going to pretty much wrap up my my chest workout for today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!